Have you ever tried to force your life to change and burned out anyway? What if power isn't out there, but in how you perceive, act, and hold your mind? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In the next minutes, I'll give you 9 Stoic habits in a 30-day plan I used to reset my life step by step so you can do it too. Habit 1, reframe easy and hard into toward and away. When you label a task as hard, your brain prepares resistance. When you label it easy, you dismiss it and postpone respect. Labels trap you, paralyzing either through dread or through neglect. But decisions clarify. Marcus Aurelius gives us a compass. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Wisdom is not in labeling life, but in choosing moment by moment in the direction of your highest aim. He'll give you a story. Years ago, I used to stand at the sink dishes stacked high inbox, overflowing mind heavy. My inner voice would whisper, "This is hard." And with that single word, my shoulders sagged. The fog thickened and resistance grew. One day I swapped the label for a question. Does this move me toward my goal or away from it? Instantly, the fog lifted. Not because the work got lighter, but because a decision cut a path through it. Seneca was right. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The mind inflates difficulty as a trick to conserve energy. Your task is not to believe the label, it is to answer with clarity. So here's how you practice it daily. Before any action, ask the toward or away question. If the answer is toward, do the smallest decisive step immediately. Send a 2-sentence email. Open the document and write 3 bullet points. Lace your shoes and step outside. If the answer is away, drop it without guilt. Temperance is the discipline of saying no to what dilutes you. Courage is the discipline of saying yes to the next minute that builds you. A micro exercise for today: write down one decision you've delayed for a week. Circle it toward or away. If it's toward, take a 10-minute step right now. And if 10 minutes feels impossible, do 2. What matters is momentum, not heroics. Here's your metric: don't count tasks, count decisions. Aim for 15 toward decisions this week. That's 2 per day plus 1 extra. Track them with a simple tally on paper or in your notes. Each mark is proof that you are moving with direction, not drifting with labels. Remember, Marcus reminded us the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Decisions are those thoughts embodied. Each toward you choose stains the fabric of who you are. And over time, the more toward moments you gather, the more toward becomes your identity. So here's your challenge in the comments: write down 1 toward decision you will make today. Declare it and then act on it. And when you've finished, roll with me straight into habit 2, because the next step is to feed your mind with words that make better choices, not just possible, but inevitable. Habit 2, read 1 book in 30 days. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So let me ask you, what's dyeing your soul right now? Headlines, hot takes, endless scrolling, or sentences tested by centuries, written by minds that endured wars, plagues, betrayal, and still found clarity. Reading for the Stoics was not escape. It was equipment. A single book read with attention across 30 days can tilt the color of your thoughts, shift your vocabulary, reshape the metaphors you use, and expand the range of moves you see when pressure hits. Here's a simple Stoic set you can follow. Week 1, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, pages a day read with a pen in hand. Week 2, The Enchiridion by Epictetus, 15 minutes a day, pocket wisdom designed to be carried. Weeks 3 and 4, Letters from a Stoic by Seneca on Letter. A day each, a workshop in applied philosophy. But here's the key: don't just read like a collector. Read like a builder. Each session, underline 1 actionable sentence and then apply it before noon. For example, you underline, "If it is endurable, then endure it." Then at 11 a.m. When the fire drill of life arrives, an angry client, a delayed train, you decide, "I'll endure it by breathing, by focusing on what I can control, by keeping my tone calm." Suddenly, the page is not in the book anymore. It's in your bloodstream. Here's today's micro exercise: Open Meditations, Book 2. Copy a single passage by hand. Writing slows the mind enough to plant the thought. Then immediately go do 1 small act that enacts it. Reading becomes reflection. Reflection becomes rehearsal. rehearsal becomes living. How do you measure progress? Don't aim for perfection. Aim for 20 reading sessions this month. That's 5 per week with space for real life. Track with simple boxes you color in. Progress you can see is progress you repeat. Why does this work? Because input shapes inference. After just 3 hours of Stoic prose in a week, you begin to notice a new voice in your own head. A calmer narrator, a steadier filter, one that doesn't panic but chooses. So here's your call to action. Comment the book you're choosing and the one sentence you'll apply before noon. And when you've done that, move with me to habit 3, where we'll break the groupthink loop and make sure your reading doesn't just stay on the page but turns into life. Habit 3, break the groupthink loop. Progress often begins with one person quietly walking a different way down a familiar street. Courage costs something because group norms reward sameness. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, never outsource your judgment to the crowd. They don't carry your goals, your data, or your consequences. Why does this matter? If your schedule is set by social gravity, your life drifts without intention. If your wardrobe, your voice, your calendar are simply copies of yesterday's, the future can't arrive. Growth needs original moves. So how do you break the loop this week? Start with one small deviation. It could be an earlier bedtime, a different morning, start a lunch taken alone with a book, saying no to the 5th drink, or working in silence for one focused hour. Expect pushback, it will come, but meet it calmly. Here's a boundary script you can keep in your pocket. That doesn't work for me. I'm trying something different this month. Say it once evenly. You're informing, not negotiating. To ground it deeper, try this micro exercise. Write a 3-line manifesto. Line 1, what you're moving toward. Line 2, what you're leaving behind. Line 3, one rule you'll follow for the next 7 days. Read it each morning like a compass. How do you measure progress? Aim for 4 intentional deviations in 30 days, just 1 per week. Log what happened and what you learned. You'll notice something important. The world rarely ends when you choose differently. More often, it quietly rearranges itself around your clarity. Carry this thought with you. The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject. Expertise matters more than popularity. Reality respects results, not applause. So here's your call to action. Comment your one deviation for this week, the single move where you'll step out of the loop. And when you've done that, join me in habit 4 where, invite uncomfortable feedback, the kind that stings but accelerates your course correction. Habit 4, ask for uncomfortable feedback. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Show me I'm mistaken, and I will gladly change." Real wisdom is not brittle. It doesn't shatter when challenged. It bends, it adapts, it grows. The fastest way to level up is to borrow other people's eyes, especially for the blind spots you'd rather not see. So how do you do this in practice? Ask a trusted mentor or friend. 3 simple questions. What's one habit that limits me? Where do I tend to overreact? And what should I double down on? When they answer, resist the urge to defend. Instead, practice. Listen. Defend. Summarize their words back to them, thank them sincerely, and then choose just one change to test for 30 days. Why does this work? Because feedback compresses time. It trades years of blind repetition for weeks of targeted practice. Temperance steadies your ego so you don't take offense. Wisdom helps you chart a new course quickly. Research on high-performing teams shows that structured feedback loops reduce errors by nearly 40% because clarity, even when uncomfortable, is a gift. Here's a micro exercise you can try today. Send one message right now that says, "Quick favor, could I get 10 honest minutes on what I'm missing and what I should double down on? I'll take notes and keep it simple." That's it. One invitation could shift your trajectory. For measurement, aim for 2 feedback sessions this month. From each, implement one change daily. Track it with a simple score. 1 if it made things worse. 0 if nothing changed. Pause 1 if it improved outcomes. Over time, the data proves that behavior shifts reality. And remember, asking for feedback is not asking for permission. You're not handing over the wheel. You're gathering better data so you can steer more wisely. Comment the one change you'll test for the next 30 days. And coming up next, habit 5, move your body. Move your mind. When thought spirals out of control, the body offers a rope back to ground. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, when you have assumed these names, good, modest, truthful, rational, See that you do not change them. Movement is one way we hold on to those names when the chaos of the day tries to take them away. Here's a simple protocol, the 30-30 rule. Move your body for 30 minutes a day for 30 days straight. Walk, lift, dance, stretch, swim. It doesn't matter what you choose, only that you move with consistency. And pair your movement with meaning. One walk equals one audiobook chapter. One lifting session equals one page of reflection notes. Physical training becomes mental training when you link them. Why does this work so powerfully? Aerobic minutes regulate mood and sharpen focus. Resistance work builds literal strength that mirrors inner discipline. After just 10 sessions, you'll likely notice your tone softening, your sleep improving, and your decisions coming faster and cleaner. Science backs it. Studies show consistent, moderate exercise reduces anxiety and boosts problem solving within weeks. If willpower feels thin, scale it down. Start with a micro exercise, set a 10-minute minimum. And if even that feels heavy, try the first minute only trick. Lace your shoes, step outside, play one song. Momentum almost always carries you further. Measure progress by sessions, not perfection. Aim for 25 movement days in a month, allowing for 5 misses. Track them visibly on a calendar or whiteboard. A streak becomes its own form of armor when motivation dips. And remember the Stoic layer. Temperance is not deprivation, it's alignment. You move not to chase numbers, but to steward your energy so you can show up justly and courageously for others. Comment your movement choice for today and the time you'll start. And get ready for Habit 6, where we'll see how sleeping and waking at one time hands the mornings back to you. Habit 6, 1 sleep, your wake time. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I rise to do the work of a human being, Marcus Aurelius advised. A consistent sleep and wake time is not boring, it's sovereign. It's how you carve out one quiet hour before the world begins its noise. Here's the practice. Choose one lights out time and one wake time. Maybe it's 11 p.m. to bed and 6 a.m. to rise. Keep it steady. Let your phone sleep outside the bedroom. Buy a simple alarm clock to replace it. And create a 10-minute wind-down ritual. Stretch your body, fill a glass of water, and lay out tomorrow's first 15-minute task so it greets you in the morning. Why does this matter? Circadian regularity sharpens your focus, balances your hormones, and makes mornings predictable. Neuroscience shows that after just 14 aligned mornings, the brain begins to anticipate the day's rhythm. Your mind wakes before the alarm. Energy feels earned, not borrowed. Make it practical. Tonight, set your wake outfit and your notebook beside the kettle. Reduce friction so that when you rise, your first win requires almost no thinking. Simplicity removes excuses. Measure progress by consistency, not perfection. Aim for 21 same-time mornings in a month. If you miss one, simply re-enter the pattern the next night. No drama, no debt, just return. And remember the Stoic layer, you are not a machine to be pushed, but a steward of your own judgment. This rule guards the clarity of your mornings so you can meet the day with dignity. Comment your chosen sleep and wake times below. And get ready for Habit 7, the 30-day alcohol audit that reveals what truly strengthens you. Habit 7, 30-day alcohol audit. Marcus Aurelius reminded us self-control is strength. And the Stoics taught that temperance is not about denial, it's about mastery. It's knowing why and choosing when. A 30-day alcohol audit is not punishment. It's a mirror. It shows you whether a habit serves you or whether you quietly serve it. Here's how to do it. Pick one clear rule. Either take a full pause for 30 days or set a boundary like 0 drinks Sunday through Thursday. Clarity matters more than perfection. Tell one trusted friend so accountability has a witness. Then replace the ritual. A sparkling water with lime in your best glass, an evening walk under streetlights, or tea with 10 pages of a book. The ritual stays. Only the contents change. Journal prompts will deepen the practice. Do I rely on alcohol for social ease? Who stays when alcohol leaves? What emotion am I avoiding between 8 and 10 p.m.? These questions reveal the story behind the sip. Try this micro exercise. Go on your next first date or social night sober. Watch yourself. Observe your confidence. You're not testing willpower. You're retraining your nervous system to feel safe without props. Metrics keep it real. By day 30, aim to write 3 honest insights and track your mornings on a scale of 1 to 5 for energy and clarity. You'll begin collecting data on your best self, not just your most entertained self. From a Stoic perspective, temperance is freedom. If you can pause, you are free to choose. If you cannot pause, then the habit is choosing for you. Comment your chosen rule for the next 30 days. Then get ready for Habit 8, because how you present yourself shapes how you move the world. Habit 8. Present yourself with decorum. Marcus Aurelius urged, let your actions be done with dignity, gravity, and justice. Decorum is not vanity. It's not about showing off. It's a signal first to yourself, then to others, about how you intend to carry the day. So how do you practice it? Start with posture, tone, and the basics. Stand with your weight slightly forward, shoulders relaxed to spine tall. Slow your speech down by just 10%. You'll instantly project calm authority. Dress in clean fitted basics, not for fashion, but for clarity. And look around your workspace. Is it chaotic or does it invite focus? The stage cues the actor you'll be. Here's a micro exercise for today. Record a 60-second video message you actually need to send a client update, a boundary, a request. Watch it once. Notice your posture, your tone, your clarity. Then re-record it, making just one improvement. You'll be amazed how quickly presence sharpens when you treat it as practice. Why does this matter? Because people decide in milliseconds whether to trust you or give you their attention. Justice. The Stoics remind us isn't just fairness in action. It's also presenting yourself in a way that lets your work receive a fair hearing. Your metric 3 on-camera check-ins per week. Do this for 4 weeks and you'll literally watch your presence grow steadier and sharper. And with that, opportunities that used to slip past will begin to land. The Stoic thread is this: you are not performing to impress. You are aligning the outward with the inward. When those match, energy stops leaking and you feel whole. Comment one message you'll deliver today: calm, clear, and on time. Then join me for Habit 9, where we'll clear your space to anchor your mind. Habit 9, clean your space. Clear your mind. Marcus Aurelius once said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Strict doesn't mean harsh, it means clear. And one of the clearest gifts you can give yourself is a tidy environment. A clean space is mercy for tomorrow's you. Here's how to do it. Finish each day with a simple 10-minute reset. Clear the surfaces, wash the dishes, take out the trash. Stage tomorrow. Fill your water bottle, set out your notebook, prepare your first task or the book you'll start with. Keep a small tray for your keys, wallet, and phone, visual anchors that save you from frantic searching in the morning. Why does this work? Outer order reduces cognitive load. You no longer spend your precious decision power on crumbs, cords, or clutter. After 10 resets, your mornings feel lighter. After 20, your identity begins to shift. I am someone who leaves things ready. That's dignity in practice. Micro exercise for tonight. Set a timer for 10 minutes and move through 4 steps. Clear the surfaces, empty the sink, take out the trash. Stage tomorrow. Play one song while you do it, and when the song ends, stop. The goal is not perfection, it's consistency. Your metric 20 resets this month. Mark them on a wall calendar. Visual streaks outlast moods, and each check mark builds momentum. The Stoic angle. This isn't about being precious, it's about being prepared. The inner citadel is easier to enter when the drawbridge isn't buried in clutter. Comment, reset if you're in, and post your 3 controllable inputs for this week below. Your 30-day Stoic rebuild is already underway, quiet, disciplined, and entirely yours. You don't have to force outcomes. Build your inner citadel and let outcomes align with who you become. Marcus again. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If this helps, subscribe, share it with someone starting over, and comment your 1 virtue for tomorrow, plus your 3 inputs for the week. I'll see you in the next video.